How's it going? All right, guys. Tonight we've got 3 of them filled for football helmets, and we've got the dollar break for the Troy Aikman autograph football. There's the Troy. I think we'll start it with the football tonight. Do the dollar break first. As always, going 2 letters. For the dollar break, it is as follows: Ron, RW, Robert, RB, Jonathan, JL, Ryan, RG, Tony, TC, Jesse, JR, Bill, BS, Steve, SP, Mark, MM, Patrick, PJ, Vinny, VC, Ron, RW, Sam, SD, Bill, BS, Al, AL, and I believe, Sam. I wrote this list before you put yours on there. Sam got back on with SD. Make sure I got that. Hey, how's it going, Jason? Make sure I got Sam. Yep. Okay, you're on there. All right, guys. So that is the dollar break for tonight. Tomorrow's dollar break, Elway and Marino are coming back, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a Herbert or a Jerry Rice. Might do if I remember to put the poll up, might do that. All right, our number is 37. I'm going to use the 7. Times 7. All right, 7 times, and somebody gets a Troy Aikman football. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and winner is will it focus? JL Jonathan. Jonathan gets the football. Randomize that list 7 times. Nice hit, Jonathan. Jonathan's. There's a few people getting these dollar breaks. Nice hit, Jonathan. Aikman authenticated. Still got a tag. It is the Cowboy. Other side, just the Cowboy white panel. Nice hit, Jonathan. Troy Aikman ball. All right, guys. For the boxes tonight, I've kind of changed it up. We kept pulling the same numbers. I can't keep filling number 85. So what I'm going to do is every time I refill a box, I'm going to put a 1 on. So our 00, once it gets pulled, will become 100. 1 will become 101, so on and so forth. And I started it this week as I was filling boxes. Some of them are going to be triple digits. It just, for some reason, random.org, man, we were hitting a lot of the same numbers. So I just figured as we go forward, we'll put 1s on them, and then 2s, and then 3s, and so on and so forth, and always be changing it up a little bit. Or so I figured. But anyway, we'll get some randoms for the first break. Listed at 6, we had Yanni, San Francisco, Minnesota. Leland, Dallas, Rams. Bill, Buffalo, Washington. Robert, New England. I skipped your giant, Robert. I am really sorry. Seattle. Bill, Cleveland. Tennessee. Jason, Miami and Green Bay. Chargers, Cardinals. Al, Pittsburgh. New Orleans. Bill, Cincy. Giants. Joseph, Denver. Carolina. Ryan, Detroit. Kansas City. Chris, Jets. Falcons. Al, Houston. Chicago. Vinny, Philly. Baltimore. Steve, Vegas. Indy. And Chris got Jacksonville. Shit. Tampa Bay. All right, guys, for this first helmet box, it's a one boxer. We got Yanni, San Fran, Minnesota, Leland, Dallas, and the Rams. Bill, Buffalo, Washington. Robert, New England, Seattle. Bill, Cleveland, Tennessee. Jason, Miami, Green Bay, Chargers, and Cardinals. Al, Pittsburgh, New Orleans. Bill, Cincy, and the Giants. Joseph, Denver, Carolina. Ryan, Detroit, Kansas City. Chris, Jets, Falcons. Al, Houston, Chicago. Vinny, Philly, Baltimore. Steve, Vegas and Indy. And Chris, Jacksonville and Tampa Bay. All right, guys. Let's see what box we get. Maybe. Where you at? There you are. I forgot to push it, but we still have the baseball. I don't think that's filled yet. So if anybody's interested in the baseball, grab it on Facebook. We will see if we can get that filled for tomorrow. Love to get the baseball finished off. All right, guys. 7 times on a box. I believe there's 97 or 98 boxes tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, and our box for tonight is 66. See, I gotta quit moving it so fast. 66, and I randomized that list 7 times. Yeah, there were some good ones went in this week. I had a hell of a mail week. I bet the UPS guy coming to my house, or definitely your house, Al, if they knew what they were carrying in those boxes, I bet we wouldn't get half of them. Trail mix. I told my UPS guy, and he was interested, but he's such a good guy. Man, there could be a Tom Brady sitting on my porch, and he'd just let it be. But I wouldn't tell the mailman, just the UPS guy. All right, guys. Box 66 is the first one up tonight. Trail mix. One of these days, you're going to get one that likes trail mix. Seattle. Seattle is Robert. They'll bring it back when there's no trail mix. They'll be like, it was just a damn football helmet. guessing Kenneth, not Kenneth. JSA authenticated. It is a rep. I'm going to say my second favorite Seahawk of all time. It's the big guy. My favorite Seahawk. Third favorite Seahawk. I'd say it goes for me, Sean Alexander, Beast Mode, and then this guy, Walter Jones. Throwback, yeah, like the old style Seahawks. Makes me think of Steve Largent. Let's see that helmet. Nice hit, Robert. Walter Jones. All right, guys, that was the first one. Let's get the second one. We'll definitely try a live fill when we're done. Okay, 7 times. I did mix some helmets up a little bit too, so it wouldn't be all just new ones in the triple digit numbers. Four, 5, 6, and 7. We're going with box 4. Box number 4. 1, 2, 3, all the way at the bottom, of course. I gotta build some shelves back there. It's hard to get some of them out of there. Chris, you're the man. I didn't even set out the teams that were taken. I was just all about opening boxes. Thank you. Golly. That felt fast. I thought, man, I'm flying tonight. Gee, man, Christmas, getting forgetful. We don't even make weed legal in Ohio until like next month. We'll vote on it. So, can't say I'm high. Just forgetful. See that? All right, we'll get some randoms now. Gee, man, Christmas. All right, guys. Randoms, which I almost forgot. I was ready to cut that box open. All right, we got Bill. Bill, Buffalo, Washington. Al, San Francisco, Atlanta. Bill, Cleveland, Indy. Al, Green Bay, Jacksonville, Leland, Dallas, Houston, Robert, New England, and the Giants. Didn't skip you on that one. Rams, Cardinals. Vinny, Philly, New Orleans. Bill, Cincy, Chicago. Devin, Detroit. Vegas. Bob, Denver. Chargers. Chris O'Neill, Miami and Kansas City. Tampa Bay. Baltimore. Elliott, the Jets. Tennessee. Jonathan, Minnesota. Pittsburgh. And Steve, Seattle, Carolina. All right, guys, we got Bill, Buffalo, Washington, Al, San Fran, Atlanta. Yeah. You were just paying attention more than me. That's great. Bill, Cleveland, Indy, Al, Green Bay, Jacksonville, Leland, Dallas, Houston, Robert, New England, the Giants, the Rams, and the Cardinals. Vinny, Philly and New Orleans. Bill, Cincy and Chicago. Devin, Detroit, Vegas. Bob, Denver and the Chargers. Chris, Miami, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, and Baltimore. Elliot, Jets and Titans. Jonathan, Minnesota, Pittsburgh. And Steve, Seattle and Carolina. Didn't even get a team in this one. That's great. All right, guys. Box number 4. Jesus. That box was fighting back. New England, Amp. Robert. Robert is on fire. I see the name on it. This guy is Beckett authenticated. Yeah, Robert's taken 2. And there it is on the amp. Kind of a neat amp. That is the big guy, Richard Seymour. Number 93. Nice hit, Robert. Robert taking 2. Robert doubled up, and he's in this one too. I think Al had the record. What'd you get to one time, Al? Like 3 or 4 one night? It was crazy. The hat trick is possible. Washington, Green Bay, Pittsburgh. Let's hope not, he says. And Tampa Bay. Where is the Bucks? There's the Bucks. I don't root against anyone, but I know when I'm in breaks, I sure root for me. All right, guys. This is the third one. Last one we filled on Facebook. Right after this one, we'll try a live fill. We got Chris, Denver, Arizona. Vinny, San Francisco, Jacksonville. Blake, Buffalo, Chargers. Vinny, Chicago, Houston. Sam, Dallas, Seattle. Bill, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Tennessee, Vegas. I did put a Bo Jackson in Vegas today. I don't think they got claimed at all. Robert, New England and the Giants. Detroit and Kansas City. Brada, Miami. Indy. Dave, Minnesota and the Jets. Philly, Carolina. Jonathan, Washington. Atlanta. Al, Green Bay and Pittsburgh. Baltimore. New Orleans. Jeff closes with Tampa Bay and gets the Rams. Chris has Arizona up for trade if anybody's interested. We got Chris, Denver and Arizona. Vinny, San Fran and Jacksonville. Blake, Buffalo and the Chargers. Vinny, Chicago and Houston. Sam, Dallas and Seattle. Bill, Cincy, Cleveland, Tennessee and Vegas. Robert, New England, the Giants, Lions and Chiefs. Brada, Miami, Indy. Dave, Minnesota, Philly. Dave, Jets and Carolina. Jonathan, Washington, Atlanta. Al, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, New Orleans. And Jeff, Tampa Bay and the Rams. All right, guys, get us a third box here. All right, 7 times. 1, 2. We got tonight. I think I took out all the boxes. What I did. I could have missed one, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. And number 7, going to be box 49. And I randomized that list 7 times. Box 49. Box 49. All right, guys, good luck. Here we go. Chris didn't get a trade partner. Detroit. It's a Lion. Holy shit. Robert. Oh, man. Throwing the hat out there. Two randoms and a team he picked. That is freaking crazy. On the flat white Lions. Beckett authenticated. It's a rep. I believe. Yeah, it's crazy, Al. Hat trick. Everybody throw their hat at the screen. That is crazy. We are doing a live fill, Robert, if you're interested. Couldn't remember who that was. I had to cheat. Hadn't seen his signature very often. What? I don't know. Al probably pulled one of these. This is my first one. That is the rookie. The rookie quarterback, Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker on the flat white. Nice hit, Robert. See what he can do as time goes on. Rookie out of Tennessee. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Nice hit. All right. right, guys, let me get it typed in before you claim. Just remember, I type very slowly. There it is. If you guys want to join the live fill, hop on in. Remember, you can claim with the first letter of the city, first letter of the team. CB will be the Browns, not the Bengals. The Bengals always goes through. All right, we got Al. San Fran. Blake just laid on San Fran. Bill, Buffalo. Al, Green Bay. Jeff, Denver. Now I'll mix them all up. Jeff, Denver. Ray, Cleveland. Richard and Bill laid on Cleveland. Jason laid on Green Bay. Dave laid on Denver. Richard, New England. Vinny laid on Green Bay. Jason, Miami. Bill, Cincinnati. I don't know if everybody saw, but the Cincinnati did get a new burrow. It's a camo burrow. Dave, Atlanta. Richard, Washington. Vinny, Philly. Richard, Pittsburgh. Blake, Chargers. Dave, Minnesota. Joseph, Chicago. And we got one team left. Oh, let's see. There's a Bo in Vegas. There's a Dak in Dallas. Joe Namath in the Jets. Eli in the Giants. The flex, Derek Brooks in Tampa Bay. Jacksonville has a Trevor Lawrence. Houston has a C.J. Stroud. Detroit has a Barry Sanders. Carolina has a Bryce Young. New Orleans has authentic Archie. Baltimore has an OBJ and Ray Lewis. Tennessee has a Derrick Henry. Seattle put a new DK in there. Indy, I'll say Reggie Waynes. Richard, New Orleans. That closes it. Al was just late. All right, guys, that closes it. We will try one more. Next one will be the last one. Who'd you take to New Orleans? All right, 16 in the bag. All right, guys. I remember the randoms this time. Al, San Fran, Arizona. Bill, Buffalo. Detroit. I'm working hard to make sure there's a headliner for every team. I'm getting close. Who's in Philly? Philly's got Devontae, A.J. Brown, and I think right now Donovan McNabb. I think that's the three in Philly. Jalen's not in there right now. There is the AJ and Devontae, though. Not on the same helmet, but they're both in there. Ow, Green Bay, Seattle. I'm trying to get a new Jalen. I've had Jalen in there for a long time. I had a bunch of Jalen's, and, man, he blew up last year. I don't see as many for sale, to tell you the truth. Jeff, Denver, Jacksonville. I love Jalen. Wish he was a Steeler. Ray, Cleveland, Houston. Pretty happy to see the Steelers get that win last night. Kind of shocked. Richard, New England, Kansas City for a drive. Jonathan messaged me, said he looked like Tom Brady, Kenny Pickett, and he actually did look good for a drive, and then the rest of the game happened. Jason, Miami, the Giants. Bill, Cincy, Vegas. Dave, Atlanta, Carolina. Richard, Washington, Dallas. Vinny, Philly, Tennessee. Richard, Pittsburgh, Indy. Blake, Chargers, Jets. Dave, Minnesota, Baltimore. Joseph, Chicago, Rams. And Richard, he closes with the Saints. Get the Bucks. All right, guys, we've got Al, San Fran, Arizona. Bill, Buffalo, Detroit. Al, Green Bay, Seattle. Jeff, Denver, Jacksonville. Ray, Cleveland, Houston. Richard, New England, Kansas City. Jason, Miami and the Giants. Bill, Cincy, Vegas. Dave, Atlanta, Carolina. Richard, Washington, Dallas. Vinny, Philly and Tennessee. Richard, Pittsburgh, Indy. Blake, Chargers, Jets. Dave, Minnesota, Baltimore. Joseph, Chicago and the Rams. And Richard, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. And Vinny's got Tennessee for trade. Tennessee does have Derrick Henry. All right, guys, 7 times. Oops. No, I put there's 2 or 3 Chiefs in there now. I got them filled back up. Couldn't believe that last week. It was like every time I opened a box, it was the freaking Chiefs. It's crazy. All right, guys, number 7 right there. Box 1. Man, I randomized that list 7 times. Box 1. And like I said, keep your eyes open. I don't know how I forgot last week. This week I'm going to put I'm going to get the vote up there for tomorrow's winner's choice. It'll be 4 helmets I put. Yeah, that's stupid. I just might as well put all 4 of them in there. It'll probably be a 4 helmet winner's choice tomorrow for the dollar break. I'll list that tomorrow at noon as always. The 4 helmets will be the Jerry Rice Flash, Justin Herbert on the, I guess you call it a classic speed, the John Elway Camo, and the Dan Marino Eclipse. Those will be the 4 winner's choice. Get to pick one tomorrow on the dollar break. Giants. What the hell? Jason. The Giants Flash. With a visor. It is Beckett authenticated. It is a rep with the blue face mask. Boom. You normally put a picture of him out. Nice hit, Jason. Yeah, that is a sweet colored flash. I believe that's Saquon on the flash. Nice hit, Jason. Every time I'm always like Eli and Frank Gifford. Forgot to say that Saquon's in there too. Nice hit. All right, guys. Our last live fill is right there. This will finish us for the night. So far, pretty good night. See if we can get one more big one. All right, we got Al, San Fran, Bill, Cleveland, Richard just behind on Cleveland, Ray just behind on Cleveland, Al, Green Bay, Bill, Buffalo, Brada late on the Niners, Blake late on Buffalo, Leland, Dallas. Leland, Dallas, where you at there? Richard, New England. Bill, Cincinnati. Ooh, I lost it. Richard, New Orleans. Where you go? Jeff, Denver. Brada, Miami. Ray, Vegas. Blake, Chargers. Robert, late on New England. Richard, Washington. Robert, did you watch the beginning? You were on fire, man. Jeff, Pittsburgh. Robert, Giants. Still a chance for the Grand Slam. Yeah, it is pretty nice. Jason will have Saquon up for trade, and it looks like we are one away. I'll run through them again. Minnesota's got a Moss. Let me make sure I didn't miss something. Nope. Minnesota has a Randy Moss. Detroit has a Barry Sanders. Chicago, Dick Butkus. Philly, A.J. Brown. Atlanta, Tony Gonzalez. Kansas City. God, I put him in there like 2 days ago. I think there was I know there was a Dave, Minnesota. That'll do it. All right, guys, this will be the last one. And man, I put in I think a Jamal Charles in there. All right, this will be the last one for tonight. Tomorrow should be back at it. Tomorrow will be the winner's choice dollar break. Like I said, it's going to be Herbert, Jerry Rice, John Elway, and Dan Marino. No reason to vote if we're doing a winner's choice. We just put them all out there. Al, San Francisco, Tampa Bay. Bill, Cleveland. The Jets. Al, Green Bay. Philly. Bill, Buffalo. Arizona. Leland, Dallas. Baltimore. Richard, New England. Tennessee. Are you sure about that, Al? Let me see. You got San Fran and Green Bay. I can see that Jerry Rice chrome popping out of there. Bill, Cincy, Indy. Richard, New Orleans. Jacksonville. Yeah, you better keep veto power. Jeff, Denver. The Rams. Brada, Miami. Kansas City. Ray, Vegas. Seattle. Blake, Chargers. Panthers. Richard, Washington. Detroit. Jeff, Pittsburgh. Houston, there you go. Let him delay for 15 seconds. That's it. Robert, Giants. Falcons. And Dave, you close us with Minnesota. And you get Chicago. All right, guys, we got Al, San Francisco, Tampa Bay. Bill, Cleveland and the Jets. Al, Green Bay, Philly. Bill, Buffalo, Arizona. Leland, Dallas, Baltimore. Richard, New England, Tennessee. Bill, Cincy, Indy. Richard, New Orleans, Jacksonville. Jeff, Denver and the Rams. Brada, Miami, Kansas City. Ray, Vegas and Seattle. Blake, Chargers, Panthers. Richard, Washington, Detroit. Jeff, Pittsburgh, Houston. Robert, Giants, Falcons. And Dave, Minnesota and Chicago. Jason sees. Did you get him? Oh, I don't think so. I'm going to say every time Jason gets Philly, they pop out. Oh, Al got Philly. That makes sense. Al did. I got it. All right, I see it. All right, guys, last box of the night. Let's get a banger here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and our box is number 143. One of the new boxes I put in. And I randomized that list 7 times. Kind of like this. I don't think we pulled a single box that we pulled in the last like 3 or 4 weeks. It's kind of nice. 143. All right, guys, 143. Last one of the night. Oh, Denver. Jeff. Earpieces in the bag, Jeff. Dang you, Broncos. Fanatics authenticated. Yeah, I think you'll like this one, Jeff. It is a rep. I think he's playing pretty good this year. Getting some shit because they're not winning, but looks like he's back to me. That's going to be Russell Wilson. Oh yeah, Russell cost some money. That is Russ on the Broncos. I think his rating's over 100. Got like, what, 14, 15 touchdowns? To the Broncos. I get you there, Richard. The Broncos definitely spent some money on a Russ Wilson, didn't they? All right, guys. That's good. That's going to do it for tonight. We got a pretty good night. Hendon Hooker, Walter Jones, Saquon Barkley, Richard Seymour, and Russell Wilson. And the dollar break was the Troy Aikman football and went to, they go to Jonathan. Yep, Jonathan Livingston got the Troy Aikman football. So tomorrow at noon, to pick your winner's choice helmet will list for the dollar break tomorrow. Keep your eyes out around noon. And the regular helmet break will list at 5 or 6. All right, guys, I appreciate the fills. Everybody have a great evening and a fun tomorrow. Hope all of your college teams win unless they're playing the Buckeyes. See you later.